Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I've done a sketch of 3 sunflowers in the vase and I'm ready to get started. I'm mixing ultramarine blue and titanium white, and with a flat brush, a 1/4 inch I think, which is way too small, I am putting in the background. I should have used a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch flat for this job. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm using this large flat Taklon brush. It's very soft, and I'm going to blend in the blue and titanium white to give me a nice soft background for the sunflowers. I'm using raw sienna, and I'm going to put in a tabletop, and I will sweep the paint right across the width of the canvas, because you would see the background through the glass vase that I'm planning on painting. It'll be a blue glass vase and you'll be able to see the entire background through it. I'm mixing sap green and raw sienna together to give me a nice toned down green to sketch in the stems and leaves and sunflowers themselves. I'm, I'm sketching in the vase in green, and it doesn't really matter. I know I said it's going to be blue, and it is going to be blue, but this is just the initial sketch, and I'm not too worried about the color at this stage. So I'm mixing raw umber and alizarin crimson to give me a lovely rich dark reddish brown to paint in the centers of the 2 sunflowers that we can see. Now I'm going to use straight ultramarine blue and make a start on the blue vase. As I stroke on the blue, I lose my stems. I lose all the definition of the sunflowers, but that's okay because the way I paint, I will just come in and reinforce those stems and leaves that you can see, and it will look good at the end. Well, I had too much water on my brush and look what it's done, but that's okay. I'll just wipe it away and it'll get covered, those patches, it'll get covered as we go along. And while I'm at it, I think that one of the sunflowers is a little high. I'm going to take it out and lower that. I'll just put in some more blue background behind it, and we'll see how that goes. I think it would be better if it's lower down. Reinforcing these stems just a little bit. You will see them through the glass. They won't be as bright as normal. I'm not too worried about this. It'll be covered by the petals and or rays, they're called sometimes. Put in a suggestion of a reflection, and I'm using raw umber just to darken the tabletop. I think the vase of flowers will stand out better against a darker tabletop. showing the tabletop through the glass is what makes the vase seem more glassy, if that makes any sense. I'm mixing raw sienna with cad yellow light to give me a sort of shadowy colour, and I'm going to put the first petals on with that colour. And starting at the tip of the petal and drawing it in towards the center. I find that the easiest way to do these long rays that sunflowers have. I'm not 100% certain, but I believe these the petals on this top one will overlap the lower flower. We'll see as we go on. It could change. These petals are hanging outside the vase on the other side, but you'll see them through the glass of the vase. I'm reinforcing that tabletop in the glass through the glass. Sorry, that's my cat, and that gives you the illusion that you are looking through a glass vase. Painting for me is a constant process of retouching little areas, going in, putting in more lights or taking out darks, making patches lighter. It's adjusting. I'm adjusting constantly when I paint. I think the vase would reflect in the table, so I'm using ultramarine blue just to put in a few strokes just to suggest a reflection. So I'm using the cad yellow light, and I'm using it neat, and I'm putting in brighter petals. And I will be going lighter. I'll be adding titanium later, but for now this is like my mid-tone. I'm mixing titanium white and cad yellow light, and that's going to give me a nice bright yellow for my petals. I could cut a lot of this out because all I'm doing is putting petals on my petals is how it goes. I'm using this very old, very dry filbert brush, and I'm going to work on the centers, just dabbing raw umber straight on and also raw sienna to give a ring of light that you sometimes see. So it's actually a mixture of raw umber and alizarin crimson around the outside with some cad yellow light and raw sienna, making a ring of light around the top. I think this is where the seeds develop. I'm going to use ultramarine blue mixed with the raw umber just to darken the outside edge a little bit, give it a little bit more depth. I'm going to work on the vase, make it look more glassy by deepening it with ultramarine blue, and I'll be adding some titanium white mixed with the blue to give me some paler blues, and also straight titanium white to give me a sharp reflection. And hopefully I'll be able to make this look glassy. and reinforcing the stems inside the glass. That helps with the illusion of glassiness, I hope. I think that's pretty good. It's a case of um, tweaking, adjusting here and there until you get it how you want it, until you get it how you think it looks best and actually looks like glass. And I'm, I'm trying to show the light reflected through the glass onto the tabletop. I always think a reflection of a window makes glass look more glass-like. It's just a little trick I use. Adding white to my cat yellow light and putting on even brighter tips to some of the petals, not all of the petals. So using the sap green mixed with cad yellow light, I'm going to work on the stem, and I don't know what that little, I think it's called sepals, the sepals of the sunflower, and also the leaves. So that's it for sunflowers in the blue vase. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.